I get a lot of questions about how to hardwire your devices to lower your exposure to EMF. And so today we're going to talk about how to hardwire iPhone, iPad, and Android products. And the reason you want to do this is because when you're on these devices, you're getting a lot of exposure from EMF. And so if you can hardwire these into your home, you're going to reduce that exposure a lot. So the first phone we're going to talk about is Android phone. And so what you're going to want to do is look at the bottom where you charge, and you're going to want to see what kind of charging port you have. So mine is a USB-C, and so you're going to want to go online and get a USB-C to Ethernet adapter. And we have these on our website, so you can go on there, and there's a link to these so you can purchase them on Amazon. But what you're going to want to do is go ahead and plug this into the bottom of your phone, and then on this actual port here you have USB, you can do HDMI out, you have a place to charge it, and then on the back here is where you want to plug in your Ethernet cable. So you just plug it in like this. Now the other end of this Ethernet cable is what connects down into your router, wherever your router's at throughout your house. Some homes are already hardwired that have these cables in the wall, so you're going to check. If not, sometimes you just have to run a cord through the house while you're using these devices, and then you can coil up the cords when you're done. Make sure that you always put your phone on airplane mode after you've plugged this in, otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose of hardwiring. We're going to talk about how to hardwire your iPad. Now, depending on what version of iPad you have, or iPad Pro, it's either going to be a USB-C or it's going to be a lightning port. So I have two different connectors here. One has the lightning adapter to Ethernet with a charging port, and then this other adapter has the USB-C to Ethernet with a charging port as well. So this particular iPad is an iPad Pro, and it has a USB-C connector right here on the side. So you're going to want to take your adapter, plug it into the iPad, then you take the adapter and plug it into your Ethernet cable, like so. Now the Ethernet cable runs down and it goes into your router and hooks into the back of your router. Now make sure that you put your iPad on airplane mode, and that way you can use all these features without having EMF exposure. Now we're going to talk about how to hardwire your iPhone. So those of you with an iPhone, they have a lightning port adapter on the bottom, so you're going to want to buy one of these adapters that has a lightning port on one side and an Ethernet connection on the other, as well as a little charging port so that you can charge your phone while it's plugged in. You can get these adapters on our website. There's a link to Amazon where you can purchase these. Once you get the adapter, you're going to want to plug it into your phone, and then the other end of the adapter goes into the Ethernet cable. So the Ethernet cable, once it's connected, runs into the back of your router, and that completes your internet connection. Now make sure that you put your phone on airplane mode so that you don't get the EMF exposure. One thing I wanted to mention as well on most iPhones is that FaceTime does not work when it's hardwired. So if you have it hardwired, FaceTime's not working, that's completely normal. So if you don't have cables that run through your house that are already pre-wired, and you don't want these Ethernet cables running through your house, there is an option that you can purchase a device that runs the Ethernet cable through the power line of your house. It's called a TP-Link. We also have a link for that on our website that you can order those. Makes it really easy. You plug one in by your router, one in where you're going to use the device. You plug the cord into that device, and then you don't have cables running through your house. Okay, so we're down here in my utility room. This is where we keep our router and our modem. So we have the modem right here. So on the back of your internet router, you're going to have some ports here that say Ethernet. That's where you're going to want to plug in your cables that run to the rest of your house to hardwire. Now on the front, there's a little button here that you can turn the Wi-Fi on and off. So right now we have the Wi-Fi turned off, and you can see the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz light is not lit up, which means it is not transmitting internet over the airwaves. It's only transmitting internet through the cables. And that's the most healthy way to do it, so you have low EMF exposure. So if your particular router does not have an on-off switch on the front of it, there's two things you can do. First, you can go into the settings and turn the Wi-Fi feature off yourself. This might be a little bit difficult, and you can find some YouTube videos to explain how to do this for your particular router, or you can call up the internet service provider and have them walk you through the steps on how to turn the Wi-Fi off. The second thing you can do is order one online that has an on-off switch on it. We have one on our website with a link to Amazon. That's a pretty good router that has the button built into it just to turn it on and off pretty easily.